Hi, everybody. Welcome. Thanks for joining me today. If you're joining us live, welcome. And if you're joining us on a replay, welcome to you as well. This is Social Media Marketing Made Simple. Why use it? Which channels should you use? And what do you say when you're using social media? You're in for a really great experience over the next hour or thereabouts, as we talk about how to use social media to make your business or nonprofit really gain speed and gain steam. This webinar is presented by the Countess Group. We're a marketing and communications company based in the Orlando, Florida area, and we're Master Certified Constant Contact Partners, and also, as you see, Microsoft Sales Specialists as well. My name is Ken Countess. I'm an internationally recognized marketing expert. These are some of the places where I've spent my corporate career. Companies such as Motorola, Marriott, a company that's now part of CVS, and I'm also an equity partner in Ascend Marketing. And over the last 15 years, our clients have included names such as these, those that you see on the screen: Marriott, Zebra, Verizon. We've done work for the Tampa Airport, Alcatel-Lucent, but mostly small to medium-sized businesses and nonprofits, probably just like yours and mine. I like to say that I play 70 hours a week, and play is code for work. I know what it takes to run a business. To run a small business, it takes time and dedication, and oftentimes it's a 24/7 kind of an activity, isn't it? Those of you who are working on your own, solopreneurs, really know what it is I'm talking about. And if you're working for a larger organization, you know too that it's rare that we get the staff that we need to get the job done. So you're in the right place. You'll get a chance to learn how to get things done more efficiently using some of the tools that are out there today. The Countess Group is a full-service marketing consultancy. If you need help with strategic marketing and communications, some of our specialties include email marketing and social media marketing. We build websites. We can handle the search engine optimization for you, pay-per-click advertising, PR, just about anything you need related to helping your organization grow. Here's my contact information. And as you can see, we're active on many social media channels in addition to, of course, having a website, and our email address is there as well. And you'll get a copy of everything that you see on screen, so don't feel that you have to write everything down feverishly. Some of this material will go by your screen fairly quickly. What I do want to encourage you to do, though, is to connect with me, certainly on Facebook. I would imagine just about everybody on this webinar, whether live or on the replay, is on Facebook. In fact, 45 million businesses are using Facebook right now. And the URL that you see at the bottom of the screen, that's our company page. And we have over 6,000 people following us on Facebook. And you may also be using LinkedIn. I really do mean it. Connect with me. There's my LinkedIn URL. It's linkedin.com/in/my name, Ken Countess. There are over 3,500 people who are in my LinkedIn First Circle. So it will be to your advantage to go ahead and send me an invitation. I will accept that invitation, and then you'll be able to connect with 3,500 other professionals who may or may not already know who you are. So these are two of the ways between Facebook and LinkedIn that you can really begin to grow your influence and visibility and exposure. There will be a couple of offers for you as an attendee of this webinar. You'll see them at the end of the webinar, and so I'd encourage you to stick around. These offers are just available for a limited time. This is very much an interactive webinar, and what I mean by that is I want to encourage you to participate. And here's one of the ways we do that. I'll ask you a few questions during the course of the event. This one is, how many webinars have you attended in the past year? Go ahead and click one of those buttons. Have you been on 1 to 3 webinars in the last year? Maybe it's between 4 and 6, or maybe you've attended 7 or more. We'll leave the poll open for a few more seconds. And here's what you said. So looks like just over half of those on this live webinar have attended between 1 and 3 webinars so far in the last year. There are quite a few of you that are just like me. I call us webinar junkies, where you've been on 7 or more webinars during the last year. And a pretty good number of those on the webinar have been attending between 4 and 6 webinars. So that'll give you a feel for how we're going to get you involved and have you stay engaged. And but more than anything, it really gives me a great idea of what kinds of things you're hoping to get out of this event. By the way, feel free to use the question box that's over in the control panel. If your control panel has not been used in a few minutes, it will hide from your screen. Just hover over that red arrow on the right-hand side, and the question bar will come up. So go ahead and ask questions. I'll be monitoring live, and we'll answer as many of these questions that you have as we can. Here's another quick question for you. How did you learn about this webinar? Was it via email, social media, word of mouth, or maybe a combination of the above? Okay, there we go. And not too surprisingly, most people who are with us live today found out about the event via email. Email is a very, very powerful tool, and if you're using it for your own campaigns, you probably understand how powerful it really is. A good number also using social media, and a few of you also using a combination of the above to find out about the event. Regardless of how you found out about it, I welcome you here and welcome your participation. So why are we here today? Well, it's because you know that social media is important to your business or your nonprofit. It's also confusing and overwhelming. There are a lot of social networks out there, and you may not consider yourself a marketing expert, but now you have to know how to use all of these tools. And you may not be comfortable using social media yet. It all looks and feels so new, and guess what? We're all still figuring this out. Social media marketing literally changes every day. And I'll be talking about some of the very recent developments, those that even happened in the last week. We'll be talking about those. So point is, it's really okay to be confused and overwhelmed. We're here to help. I want to find out a little bit more about you attending today. Answer this question for me, please. Is your organization a B2B, meaning business-to-business entity? Are you B2C, business-to-consumer? Or do you consider yourself a nonprofit? Oh, by the way, by nonprofit, I don't mean that you're in business not making money yet. We'll leave the poll open for another 5 seconds. And here's what you said. Wow, we have a very even split here between B2B and B2C, and it's pretty close in the nonprofit world as well. And thank you for answering that question. It really helps me to guide the conversation during the course of this event. So I want to share a little bit of data with you, and it goes like this. This graph is showing you how social media drives web traffic. Take a look at that blue line going across from left to right, and it's going up at an increasing rate. And that's how much traffic social media, in particular Facebook, drives to websites. That red line going across near the bottom, that's Pinterest, which is also driving a good amount of traffic to websites. And the other social media channels are in the noise, but you can expect that over time those lines will vary for sure. So, you know, if you need help let me let you know you're not the only one who needs help figuring this out. We hear about people like you and from people like you every day. Small businesses and nonprofits who want to stand out from the pack, get more fans and followers, and spread the word about what they do on social media. Recent surveys that we've done show that you're not alone. 54% of small businesses and 57% of nonprofits do say they need help with social media marketing. So you're in the right place. Now, you probably have concern about social media marketing, and many small businesses and nonprofit marketers think that social media marketing looks really interested, but I'll never have millions of fans. Well, that's okay. Can you use another few hundred? Or maybe using some of these new inbound marketing tools sounds great, but I don't even know what to say on social media. Or reading about what's being said all sounds useful, but I'll never have a dedicated staff to do it right. Well, the good news is you don't need a dedicated staff. Or maybe you hear about these new tools and new networks every day, but you just don't have the time to stay current. Well, you're like many of us. You're in good company. Why is social media so important for your business or nonprofit? Well, it's impacted businesses and nonprofits in a very big way. It's how we're finding new customers or members and how we're staying top of mind for our current ones and making them loyal, repeat customers or donors or volunteers. 7 years ago in 2008, we asked small businesses what kinds of tools they were using for marketing, and at that time, only 10% were using social media marketing. But by the end of last year, that number had gone all the way up to 88%. Why do you think that is? Well, it's because social media works. We're small businesses. We just don't have the time to do things that don't work. Another question for you. How many people are in your organization? Is it one, just you, between 2 and 5, 6 to 25, 25 to 100, or more than 100? Go ahead and click one of those buttons and hit submit. Yeah, you see, as is fairly typical for most organizations, most everybody on this webinar, a good percentage, I should say, rather, 3/4, are between 1 and 25 employees. And so the odds are pretty good that you don't have the time to do it all. We don't have time to do things that don't work. So these are pretty interesting statistics, I think you'll agree. And it shows just how integral social media has become as a marketing tool for all organizations when 88% of them are using it. And the thing is this, you know, what we do have, we may not have a lot of staff, but what we do have is powerful. We can successfully market because we have loyal, happy customers or supporters if you're a nonprofit. We more than likely are providing an excellent customer experience, and we truly do have interesting and important things to say. So with that as a backdrop to the rest of this event, we'll talk about these things. Why should you use social media? What are those top 5 social networks? What do I say on social media? And then how do I get started today? So let's start here with why use social media. And again, a quick question for you. Are you currently using social media for your business or a nonprofit? That's a pretty interesting mix. Normally it isn't skewed quite this way. About 3/4 are using social media and about 1/4 are not. And so regardless, whichever way you are, whichever way you voted, you're going to find this webinar helpful. So I want to start by helping you or others in your organization understand why a business or nonprofit should be using social media. Now this is usually not a good reason for doing something because everyone else is. But in this case, your colleagues and competitors are marketing with social media. In fact, 93% of nonprofits are using social media. 87% of B2Bs, business-to-business organizations, are marketing with social media, and pretty close to the same number of business-to-consumer, B2C, are using social media. And so what that means is if you're not doing some kind of social media marketing for your organization, you're not in the places where customers and supporters are looking for information. The people who are doing it, your competitors, have a big advantage because they're reaching more people with their message. The social media impact on your business or organization is huge. It drives people to your door. It influences purchasing. 3/4 of shoppers rely on social networks to guide purchase decisions. Think about the last time you went to look up a restaurant, or wanted to go see a movie, or bought something on a shopping network like Amazon. The odds were pretty good you were reading reviews. It really does influence purchasing. Social media has made it easier for people to buy from you. 2 out of 10 Facebook users have made a purchase by clicking on ads or comments, and they tell their friends about you. 55% of people share information about their purchases on social media, and it influences people's connections to nonprofits. 68% of people will go online and learn more about the charities and causes that their friends support when their friends post about it on social media. These referrals are very important to your business or nonprofit. And this influence happens on social media because of audience engagement. We used to tell people things over the back fence, but now we tell everyone. Our family, our friends, our colleagues, our clients, even our BFFs, best friends forever, through social media channels. It's less about spending all your time and money and energy finding new customers, and much more about fully engaging your existing happy customers and making it easy for them to tell others. These changes have leveled the playing field for smaller organizations like yours and mine to compete with the big boys and girls. The point I'm making here is that social media really is the new word of mouth. Social media helps to kickstart word of mouth marketing. And because your messages have the chance to be amplified and shared, social media marketing will bring you new customers and donors, supporters, or volunteers if you're a nonprofit, bring you repeat business from your current customers, and referrals from your happy customers. So is this starting to make sense why social media is important? It really is a part of your entire business plan, or should be. Social media and the social visibility that it gives you and how your business and customers engage with each other make up what we call the engagement marketing cycle. So let's take a look at the engagement marketing cycle now, and we'll talk about how social media and engagement work together in the day-to-day life of your business or nonprofit. I've been talking about who's using social media and how it drives behavior. And now let's think about the experience that you provide through your interactions with customers or supporters and where social media fits in. If you want social media to work for you, you have to create a wow experience. Now, think about all the ways you interact with your customers or supporters. What's something you can do for them that's valuable? It doesn't have to be anything huge or expensive. A wow experience can be something small and meaningful, like, for example, the way you process a credit card could be normal, but the way you wrap the purchase could be the wow. Another very simple way to rise above the ordinary could be in the way you greet them at the door. If you work with other businesses, consider how you present proposals or project updates. Are you thinking about the perception of you as a professional that you leave when you invest the time and care into the report's presentation? If you're a nonprofit, The wow could be the way you show supporters how you carry out your mission by using photos to illustrate that story. Again, you don't need to go to extremes or way over the top. You do, however, need to help your business think about the spots where you're going to do something that really creates a connection. And that's what it's about, creating a connection. What those connections do is open up a window of opportunity, an opportunity to ask them to stay connected with you, which brings me to the next step in the cycle. The reason you want to create that wow opportunity is to get their attention, create a connection, and then ask them to stay in touch with you. So leverage that wow moment. Ask them to connect with you, like on Facebook, because they know that you'll then engage them with content and other items of value to them, and then engage with them online. And as they interact with you, social media allows that engagement to be visible online. It's seen by their networks, and that helps to introduce you to a whole new group of people who will then become your next supporters or customers, and that's called social visibility. And that really shows the power of social media. What I want you to take away from this, the engagement marketing cycle, is that social visibility, enhanced by technology, enables you to connect with your customers, get leads, or grow supporters. So create that wow experience. Make that connection. Encourage your customers or supporters to continue that experience with you by following you on social media, and then keep that cycle going. So now that I've laid out why you should be considering social media as part of your marketing mix, let's jump into a reveal of the top 5 social networks. These are what I collectively refer to as the top 5 social networks, and there's a pretty good chance that you're using or considering using at least one of these. My question is, which social media platform are you using most often for your organization? Go ahead and select the one you use most for your business or nonprofit. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, or Google+. We'll wait for a couple more of you to click the button. Go ahead and select one and hit submit. Very good. Okay, here's what you said. Not terribly surprisingly, 60% are using Facebook primarily, Twitter at 20%, LinkedIn at 13%, Google at 7%, Google+, that is, and nobody's using Pinterest primarily. That's not too surprising. Let me show you now what's going on with each of those top 5 networks. I'm going to walk through each one of these quickly, discussing what each network is best for, who's using it, and so on. And this isn't going to be an in-depth analysis of each channel or a thorough how-to for each. We do that in other webinars. What I want to do here is familiarize you with these top 5 channels so you've got some more insight as you either confirm your decision to focus on one, or as you weigh a decision on where to start or maybe to use a different one. And also one note, I haven't listed these in a particular order of importance. I do recognize that one organization, one type of business, or one nonprofit might have more of a reason to use and focus on Pinterest or Facebook, while another might exclusively use LinkedIn. So let's jump into it. We'll start with the big one, Facebook. Of course, it's the most popular of these 5 networks with nearly 2 billion users, which span all age groups, classes, and geography. And it's the place where people go to find out what their friends and family are doing. But it's also a primary source of news and information for many. Facebook is also where people look for interesting and useful content. People share just about everything on Facebook. It may be as simple as a status update with a sentence or two, but many people and businesses also share multimedia, photos and videos and links to helpful information from their blog. Facebook is also a place where you might want to go to share engaging content that your Facebook fans interact with and respond to. Just about all types of organizations, B2B, B2C, and nonprofits, all are using Facebook successfully. Next, LinkedIn. LinkedIn has over 300 million users, and it's much more of a business focus. It started as a network where people could post their resumes and search for jobs, and you can still do that. But it's become a great source of industry news. Your business or nonprofit can create a LinkedIn page. There are over 3 million businesses and nonprofits with a page on LinkedIn. You can share news either about your organization or other happenings in your industry or blog posts and talk about product information. You can share testimonials from satisfied customers. LinkedIn is best for demonstrating thought leadership as an expert in your industry, and it's primarily used by business-to-business organizations, but B2C and nonprofits do use it in their marketing as well. Twitter is a feed of real-time updates and conversations with over 300 million users too. Most Twitter users are young adults through their 40s, but you'll find a little bit of everyone on Twitter. In fact, Twitter's fastest growing age demographic is 55 to 64-year-olds. Pinterest, 70 million users, a social channel that relies very heavily on visuals. Pinterest users create boards. Think of bulletin boards and pin images of things they like to them. And these images can link to anything, a recipe, a how-to video, a product that you can purchase online. It can take many forms of multimedia. So who's using Pinterest today? Well, women make up the majority. It's about 80% in the United States are women. It's a great tool for foodies to find recipes, crafters to organize and display projects, or provide links to their products on Etsy. The average household income of a Pinterest user is over $100,000 a year. And then there's Google+. Google+ has over 600 million users. I like to call it one of the largest social media channels that nobody's ever heard of. The primary audience, well, most of them are male, and its two biggest user groups are college students and software developers. But the audience is growing to include other groups as well. Similar to Facebook InDesign, you can share text updates, multimedia, links to your content, or content created by others. And that's what users are looking for on Google+. But the best reason to think about Google+ is the fact that Google loves Google. Having a page on Google+ gives you a leg up on your competitors who aren't there. When someone searches on Google, it's going to look at its own resources first. So having a presence on Google+ can help you get to the top of a Google search. So take that thought leadership, your original content, and make sure to share it through Google+ to establish yourself as an expert. So having run through the top 5 social networks, here's a summary of all of the items that I went through. And again, you'll get a copy of everything that you've seen on screen. I would suggest that you refer to it and indicate for yourself, maybe there's another social channel that you can embrace or take advantage more of the channels you're currently using. So what do you say on social media? Well, let's start with Facebook. It is, of course, the most popular of the social media networks. Many small businesses and nonprofits are already using it in their marketing. And we've got a rule of thumb that will help you come up with the right things to talk about on social media. About 50% of the content you post should be aimed at getting likes and shares and comments. And that means that it needs to be entertaining and invite conversations. So asking questions, asking for opinions, using images and video as well as being timely? Is there an event or holiday coming up? 30% of your content should be useful, informative information. Provide information about your industry that your customers will find interesting. Become known as a source of important information and tips, whether that content is from your own blog or from other blogs you trust. And if you do all of that stuff correctly, then you've earned the right for about 20% of your content to be direct calls to action for your business. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be buy now. So I want to show you some examples of how Constant Contact has used this 50, 30, 20 rule. And by the way, just to keep it simple, all of the examples I'm using today are from Facebook. So what do you say? Well, 50% of the content, again, should be aimed at getting likes and comments and shares. And this means that it needs to be entertaining and invite conversation. Ask for opinions. Use images and video, as well as being timely. Maybe there's an event or a holiday coming up that you can comment on. 30% of your content should be useful or informative. Provide information about your industry that customers may find interesting. Become known as a source of important information and tips, whether that content is from your own blog or from other blogs that you trust. And then 20% of that time, you've earned the right to have your content be direct calls to action for your business. And as I mentioned, this doesn't necessarily have to be buy now. So if you're completely stumped as to what to say on social media in general, or if you have a day or a day in the week where there's not a lot going on, these questions can help you come up with some ideas. For example, what's new at your business or organization? Maybe you have a new product or service, maybe a new employee. Think about what's different that your audience might be interested in. Think about success stories. Maybe you got a great email or review from someone who was thrilled with how you helped them. Share it, or bring them in and have them do a video testimonial about you. You can regularly post customer stories on your blog where they talk about how they used online marketing to solve a problem or achieve a goal. Or maybe you've been hearing the same questions over and over again. Maybe there's a topic that people are bringing up frequently. Chances are the people you haven't heard from have the same question or topic on their minds. So be proactive. Answer questions with a brief explanation on Facebook or with a video and say, we've been getting this question a lot lately and you might have the same issue. So here are some tips to help. So how does this really work for a small organization? How can you create simple content that's effective and keeps fans engaged? Well, let's take a look at an all-time favorite of mine. Here's Donna's Gourmet Cookies. During the holidays, they posted a picture of some of the new cookies that they were making. And notice the comment posted along with the picture. Yep, we have them. No complex marketing message, no convoluted marketing speak here, just a simple statement. Now, look at the engagement that took place. 10 people liked the post, and one person actually shared the picture. And these were people choosing to like the image, and one even deciding that she wanted to share it with her network. So let's now follow the person who shared this content. Here's the post as it showed up on one person's Facebook feed. This is the fan who shared the picture with her network, adding her own endorsement of Donna's and her cookies. And it got results. 5 more people liked the post or picture. 4 people wrote comments, including this one, where a friend of the fan who shared wants to know where Donna's is located so that she can go buy some cookies. And this is someone who didn't know about Donna's cookies. She didn't know they made cookies she liked. And now, thanks to the engagement between Donna's and its customers, the social visibility of that Facebook post that was shared is going to go there and become a customer herself. So remember that engagement marketing cycle and how you can engage your current customers to gain word of mouth. That's the power of engagement. And that's what happens when it leads to social visibility. So whether you're trying to think about building new content or not, I want you to do this exercise that will help you with your content creation process. So think again about this 50-30-20 rule. What's something that's entertaining and invites conversation? What's something about your industry or hints and tips? Curated content, for example, or something about your business that's not buy now. So again, think about that 50-30-20 rule, and that's how you can get started today. So now that I've shared with you why social media is important and how it's driving decisions, and I've given you an introduction to the Big 5 social networks and how to think about what you want to say, it's time to get started. And if you're just getting started, I recommend that you start with Facebook. Of course, because it's the most popular of the social networks, and that's where people are. Most of the people who use social media are on Facebook today, so that means your audience is there already. And I've got 3 easy tips for you. Tip number 1 is certainly create your page. And there are different types of accounts you can create on Facebook, so I wanted to just spend a moment talking about them, what the differences are, and what you should do. You can create a Facebook page for your business or a personal profile. It's really important to start with a Facebook business page and not a personal profile because they have different features. A Facebook business page is set up to promote your business. It has places for your information, a map, a link to your website, and the ability to add things like a menu, for example, if you're a restaurant. And the business page also comes with statistics. Facebook calls these insights that show you how your posts did and how many fans you're growing over time. The personal profile does not have those settings. So if you've already started a Facebook account for your business or organization and you're not sure what you've got, take a look. If you have friends, you have a personal profile. If you have likes, you have a business page, and that's where you need to be. And then you're official. Your page has all of your information and photos, and it's a time to tell everybody about your page. Link to your page in your email marketing. You may want to send a separate email announcing your page and telling people what they can find there. Put signs up in your physical location. Make sure you have a link to your Facebook page on your website. And don't forget to tell people at your events. Include it in your event communications. Put it on your business cards to let customers or clients know that you're social. The key here is any place you talk to your customers or supporters, online or in person, is a place you should mention your Facebook presence. And now that you've told people about your page, start posting. Remember the 50-30-20 formula. Half of your posts should be conversational and entertaining to get likes and comments and shares from your fans. 30% of your posts should provide value to your fans. Share useful information that can help them achieve success. Of course, you have to sell what you do, so make sure 20% of your posts are about your business. And if you get stuck, remember those 3 questions you can ask to give you some content inspiration. What's new at your business? What did you recently do to help someone achieve success? What advice have people been asking for you lately? Or come right out and ask your audience. We're now on social media. What do you want to hear from us on Facebook? And then you're ready to go. The thing about social media is this. You need to remember that people do business with other people. We all know this. So leverage that fact that you're a person and you'll see a higher response from your engagement activities. Write in conversational copy, which simply means that you write the way you speak. Include photos of yourself, people on your staff, maybe your pet, clients, and customers, as long as you have their permission. And every once in a while, pull back the curtain and share something a little bit more personal, not overly personal, of course, but just personal enough to give a sense of who you really are. And the next thing you can do is think about planning out your posts. You could take a look at a week at a time or one channel at a time. So let's try it with Facebook. Maybe on Monday it's a motivational quote, and maybe Tuesday it's Tuesday trivia. And on Wednesday maybe it's a fill in the blank. And on Thursday maybe that you're having a sale this weekend, or maybe Throwback Thursday, where you're posting images from years ago. And Friday, make it fun, a fun Friday fact. So you'll get a copy of this matrix blank so you can fill it out yourself, so you can post social media, plan it out for yourself, and really get the most out of your social campaigns. I've got a couple of bonuses for you, some best practice tools. We love using marketing automation tools. One of them is Hootsuite. What Hootsuite allows you to do is post up to a year in advance on many social media channels simultaneously. Hootsuite has a free version and a paid version. Try both of them. Another of our favorites is Buffer. And Buffer 2 has a free version. It also enables you to schedule posts up to a year in advance. And here's one more very important note. I mentioned email earlier. Most of you found out about this event through email. In a recent study, 77% of consumers said they preferred to be marketed to via email marketing. Why? Because it's convenient. You control it. You control your inbox. Here's what a recent article in Forbes said. It said that customer acquisition via email has more than quadrupled in the last 4 years. That's big. Today, email marketing generates 40 times more revenue than Facebook and Twitter. Now that may change over time, but today, that's a huge number. So think about that. Customer acquisition via email has more than quadrupled in the last 4 years. So if you're already using an email marketing service like Constant Contact, make sure that you on a regular basis are communicating with your audiences. And get this, customers who come to businesses via email tend to shop more and spend more. In a recent study that HubSpot published, they said that email marketing has a return on investment of 43 to 1. What that means is for every dollar you spend on email marketing, you can expect $43 back. That's a powerful return on investment, I'm sure you'll agree. One of our clients is in the promotional specialties business, and their business was running at about $50,000 a year. In May of 2013, they started using email marketing, and within 6 months, they added $250,000 in incremental sales using email marketing. Today, their business has grown to over $500,000 a year. They stopped doing all the other advertising they were doing. They only use email marketing. So once again, it's important for you to take advantage of that tool. I know that many of you who are viewing this webinar, either live or on the replay, are already using email marketing. So there are a couple of ways that we can help you out. If many of you like to do it yourself, and that's great. Sometimes you like it to have it done for you. My recommendation is whichever way you go, get started today. This is a month-to-month situation. Subscriptions have no contract. I recommend, if you're not already using it, use Constant Contact. They've got award-winning customer support. You can get somebody on the phone 7 days a week. and it's no risk. There's a money-back guarantee. If you're currently on a Constant Contact trial, you can convert to a paid subscription at only $20 a month. Again, no contract, 30-day money-back guarantee. And here's an exclusive offer for those of you on the webinar today. We've got something called the Kickstart package, which enables you to convert from a trial account to a paid account. When you do that, you'll get a $300 value free, which includes a mobile-friendly email marketing template that's reusable. We can help you upload your contact list, and you'll also get a voucher to attend a Constant Contact Premium webinar free. If you're not already using Constant Contact, go ahead and use that link, www.toolkit.today. That's just one of the offers we have for you. And if you're already a Constant Contact customer, we've got something for you too. You can also get a mobile campaign created for you. Normally, Constant Contact charges $99, and we can offer it to you for $79. I'll show you my email address again in a few minutes. If you have questions, go ahead and ask. We'd be very happy to answer whatever questions you have. And so I'm going to open up the floor to questions. What I'm going to suggest to you is that if you're not already doing it, get started today. It's very, very simple to start using social media. We have a question that's come in that says, I work at a nonprofit. Would you say that posting daily on Facebook would be beneficial or too much? Generally, social media is something where you'll post several times a week, not every day, but that really honestly depends on the type of organization. If most of your followers are people who have kids registered at your school, then posting something every day would be a great way to keep them engaged. There is a best practice that varies from organization to organization, and I want to encourage you to give me a call after the webinar, shoot me an email, and let me know what you're thinking. Ask any questions you may have. We'll take as many questions as we have time for during the webinar. I want to answer as many questions as you may have right here live. But again, feel free to send an email to me at info@thecountessgroup.com. If you'd like to sign up for a free trial with no obligation, it's at trythetoolkit.com. Trythetoolkit.com. Here's another bonus for you. If you do subscribe today, by going to toolkit.today, toolkit.today, not .com, we'll give you an hour of free coaching to help you get your first newsletter out the door. And if you're already using Constant Contact, you can join our VIP program. There are no membership fees. There are over 1,600 organizations that are part of our VIP program. Send an email to me to get details. That's kc@thecountessgroup.com. So all in all, the total value of all of these offers is over $2,500. So I'd encourage you, even if you're just thinking about it, to sign up for, at the very least, a trial account. There's no obligation. No salespeople are going to call you. You'll get a call that asks if you need any help, but I'd encourage you to take advantage of these offers. We try to make it easy. There's free help available. There are no contracts anytime, and there's no risk. We'll cheerfully refund your money if you decide within 30 days. It just, maybe it's not exactly what you were looking for. But I'd encourage you to start today. I have a question here. What's the difference between Toolkit Today offer and the 3-month offer? Toolkit.today is a way to sign up for a subscription and get a 30-day money-back guarantee. We provide free help. We provide you with free live help. We'll create that reusable campaign template for you. You'll get a voucher for an invitation to a free premium webinar that's conducted by one of Constant Contact certified trainers. I'm one of their certified trainers as well. And I'd encourage you too to get our free marketing newsletter. We've got webinars such as these that are free. We offer them very frequently. And you can sign up for any or all of our upcoming events at bit.ly/marketing classes. There are things like these webinars and the Constant Contact Academy, which gives you hands-on, step-by-step, how exactly do you build an email campaign? How do you build a social media campaign? If you're holding events, how do you get people to sign up for them? Really powerful, powerful classes that are available for you. So we've got some time left. We can take questions. I'll stick around as long as the questions keep coming in. But to summarize and wrap things up, what we covered is the 5 social networks, how you go about and do posting on social media, and then I encourage you to join us for our upcoming webinars. Again, that's at bit.ly/marketing classes. So here are some final points. Again, there's lots of free help available between the classes and the webinars. You can go to the Constant Contact blog, and we at the Countess Group really love helping clients. So we have 3 different websites you can go to for additional help, and we'll stand by here and take a few questions. By the way, if you need a speaker for an upcoming event, you can reach out to me. Maybe you're a member of an association. Maybe you're a member of a Rotary or a Chamber of Commerce. We're delighted to come out and teach classes. There are 25 different classes that I teach. They're on email marketing and social media, video marketing, PR, marketing strategy, and so on. So reach out to me. I'd love to have a conversation with you. Here's our contact information, and now I'll stand by for some questions. I want to thank everybody for joining me today, and I'll look forward to having you participate in another one of our upcoming events. If you have to leave us now, I want to wish you a good day before you leave. I have a question for you. That's for everyone that's here on this webinar. If you're interested in getting more information about our VIP club, go ahead and click the yes button. If not, go ahead and click no, but thank you. Hit the submit button. We'll leave this open for another moment or two. If you are interested in learning more about our VIP club, we'll send an email to you with a little bit more information. Of course, there's no obligation at all. So thanks once again, everyone, for joining us today. I look forward to having you participate in one of our future events. Once again, here's my contact information, and go ahead and ask questions. I'll answer all the questions that are in the question box here. If you're viewing this on a replay, go ahead and send a note to us at the email address you see on screen, and we look forward to having you participate at a future event. Thanks, everyone.